Hi guys. Tonight's video is going to be about all the metal detecting finds I found over the 2019 detecting season. It was quite a year, very wet, and permissions kind of came and went, and sometimes you'd get a whole bunch of permissions, sometimes you'd get one or two, sometimes you'd go back to the park because you couldn't find any permissions. I mean, sometimes it just happens that way. But anyway, it was a pretty killer year. I did a lot better in metal detecting than I did gold prospecting. I think this year for glacial gold, I got just over a half a gram of gold, and usually I do better than that. But I think my love of hobbies is aimed more towards metal detecting, but they both have their ups and downs and their highs and lows. So you just kind of go with the flow. But tonight I set up everything on top of my ice chest in the kitchen just to kind of give you a shot of what you can really do if you put your mind to it. And the silver is out there. You just got to be able to go find it and be in tune with your machine. Excuse me. And have a good buddy that goes with you. That's half of the fun, because it also turns into a competition of who got the best silver of the day or who got the most Wheaties or what have you. So with no further ado, I will show you what I got here. Okay, I kind of put these together as a collage of everything that I had dug up, but this is most of my silver. I really hammered down on the rosies. I got a couple of V nickels and about 3 or 4 buffalo nickels, and this year I did really good on the halves. I got those 3 up there, and then right over here I've got 3 more Benjamins, 2 more Walkers, and some Barbers, and 1 sitting Liberty. And then in the quarters I did pretty good too. I got 2 sitting Liberties and 2 standing Liberties and 2 Barbers. I always throw all my wheat pennies in a bag, and then you get your usual clad, but I've got about 2 or 3 of those, but I've already cashed them in. So run them through a thing that you polish stones with, and the bank takes them right away. All right, so here's the rings I got this year, silver-wise. Some real pretty ones, some real ornate ones. Big old silver chain. There's my pride and joy, my first gold ring. Found some old marbles, and then these are all these rings right in here. Those are all junkers, but they're kind of cool, you know. This particular piece is an old, it's some kind of tin, but it's a silver, sterling silver. That was a real neat find. I found that in my hometown. And then some other odds and ends silver, a couple of bells. This is like a little locket here. That was kind of cool. That's silver too. Then you got your regular tokens that you come across as you're digging, and your keys. And I found a working little Derringer toy that takes caps, and it still works. They made those in the 50s. And I got a little collage here, buttons. I don't get a whole lot of buttons, but when I do, I try to save them. Some pins, some old locks. This is a grape shot, and I think this is just an old ball bearings, what this is. There's another thimble. A big old buffalo coin. That was a funny find. This one I did a short video on. That's a war bonds aluminum certificate they would give to people that helped out buying war bonds during World War II. These are those license plate things that I always talk about that they had in the 50s. You got your good luck token. Here's a 3 Merry Widows. I think this is the second one I've got. They used to make prophylactics for guys out of sheepskin back in the day. A couple of pins. I think that's a Cub Scouts neckerchief. And then you got your usual dog tags, things that people would use to tent camp with. They were the eyelets in the tent. This is an old lead soldier. A couple of old cars and just some other miscellaneous stuff. I always find a lot of these. They're the mason jar lid seals. An old moon. I think that was probably off of an ornament in somebody's backyard. This is an old play bullet that kids would put in their cap guns. I thought that was pretty cool. And this right here is an old scoop that they used as like a toy for kids. It was like a dustpan. It was kind of cool. An old jack, back when people used to play jack. There's an old belt buckle of some kind. And that pretty much wraps it up. I have more Hot Wheels cars, but I wasn't going to show all those. I think I have a whole gold pan full of them. So, but anyway, I just had to show and tell. Thought it'd be kind of cool to show everything that you can find out there. And no wonder it keeps you going after you find all these really neat things. You know, to us, they're treasures, but to other people, they might not be anything. But you know what? It's all about how you go about finding stuff and you know, the hobby that drives you. So, there you have it. And you know what I'm going to say? Out for now. Hey guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right, Ansley? That's my girl. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. And have a good one. And make sure you be safe out there in your 2020 metal detecting season. Out for now.